Good morning. This is Michael Lucy at 3V Business Solutions. Today is Wednesday, August 15th, and the topic of our blog today is social design. As you can see, I'm wearing my blue Detroit Tigers hat, which signifies that the Detroit Tigers had won last night, 8-4 over the Minnesota Twins. On to more important topics. For today, once again, we're going to be discussing social design. However, I wanted to, at first, once again, define social media. We frequently hear that word in our everyday life, and some of us don't, including me, don't take a step back and ask ourselves, what exactly is social media? We at 3V have defined social media as follows. Identities engaging in conversation within a community using technology, both web and mobile, as the medium. We feel as though that's very important to understand the definition of social media as you move on to more advanced topics. So let's take a quick look into social design. We at 3V have defined social design as an extension of the Facebook definition of social design. Whereas social design is a way of thinking and modeling how your organization will socially interact with their community, and then using that model to implement their online presence or identity. Their online presence or identity could be a website, could be their social media identity, etc., etc. So what can we gain from this? First, anyone that was involved with the design and or development of a website, say 5 years ago, say 10 years ago, at the core of that design was content and delivery of that content. What I mean by content is, on that website was defined who we are, what we service or what we produce, and how to receive value from what we service or what we produce. Fast forward 5 years, fast forward 10 years. There's been a seismic shift in the industry such that the design and development of a website not only is what it used to be, but it's also asking ourselves the question, how are we going to engage with our audience? How are we going to capture the voice of the consumer, voice of customer, frequently referred to as VOC? So in your online strategy, one has to seriously consider, how do we capture that VOC? And one thing is for certain, you're at an extreme disadvantage if you're not capturing VOC because your competition is. So how do we begin with social design? Social design is the development of three things. 1, what is your identity? 2, what is your message? And 3, how are we going to engage with our audience or community? So the first part, your identity, is closely aligned in marketing terms with your brand. Your brand is your identity, or how you feel, or how the community perceives you as an organization, a product, a brand, a celebrity, a cause, or a community. As a suggestion, on all of your web pages, on all of your social media identities, we highly suggest that you focus on making sure there's consistent branding and your identity is clearly identifiable within each of those pages or social media identities. The old adage is, it takes a consumer 7 times to see something 7 times before it becomes ingrained within their mind and being able to relate the image or the logo or the slogan with the actual brand or product. Secondly, what is your message? This refers how you will communicate with your audience through your website or through your social media identities. What are your services? What are your products? What is your identity? What are your specials? What are your promotions? But most importantly, explain, describe, how is it that you would like your community to understand the value that you're adding to their everyday lives, or the value that you're adding to their organization. Most importantly, the value that you are adding to your community. Lastly, social design is giving consideration to how will we engage with our community. So as you post your message, give careful consideration to, Do we want to allow the capability of our consumers to interact or engage with us? And if so, how are they going to interact or engage with us? Examples of interaction and engagement are relatively straightforward in today's world, social media world. They are Facebook likes, they are Twitter follow buttons, there are feeds from your social media channels, Facebook feeds, Twitter feeds. It's also engaging your audience with comment boxes, trying to elicit voice of customer, asking for your customers to share their experience with your brand or your product. So we conclude today with the following. The state of technology is such that technology empowers each and every one of us to be the architect of our own online identity and vision. The blueprint begins with asking ourselves, what is our identity? Then asking ourselves, what is our message? Then asking ourselves, how do we want to engage with our community? After giving consideration to this blueprint, we suggest that you reach out to your IT resources or technology resources if you have internal resources, or contact your technology consultants, or if neither of those are available, contact 3V Business Solutions, and we will gladly help you with the implementation of that blueprint. So that's it for today. I'm trying to keep it as brief as possible, so I wish everyone a great day, and we'll see you on the next blog. Have a great day. Bye.